So we're here at St Kevin's College where Carl Sandri moonlights as a teacher in between his cricket commitments, and I understand, Carl, you're off on another trip to represent Italy.
Yes, thanks, Dave. Yeah, we're off tomorrow actually in the European qualifiers for the World 2020, so that all starts now, and hopefully over the next couple of weeks we qualify through to the next stage, so it should be good fun.
Tell us about your involvement with Italy cricket. How did that come about, and how have you found it?
Well, first, I've really loved the experience and all the opportunities I've had with Italian cricket. It's sort of started not long after being up at the Cricket Academy, the Australian Cricket Academy in 2005, way back when, and they were sort of always on the hunt for people around different countries with Italian surnames, and then my father went over there to play. They sort of got wind that I was in the system over here. Things weren't panning out perfectly here, so as you do as a cricketer that loves playing anywhere and everywhere, you explore other opportunities, other avenues to keep your sort of dream going. And Italy were great. They sort of got in contact with me, and from there went over and lived there for a time, as you have to do under ICC rules. But it's worse things to do than live in Rome for a couple of months, 6 months. And then from there I've just been in the program basically since 2010, and playing tournaments all across the world, whether it be 50-50 or T20. So yeah, I've really enjoyed the program and the affiliate sort of tournaments around the world.
And it's on the basis of obviously some of your heritage that you've qualified?
Yeah, so my father born in Italy and so forth, so that's where that comes in, where you qualify to be an actual citizen and passport holder, and then you have to actually, under ICC rules, you've got to live in the country. But so for that sort of reason, my father's happy to see me representing Italy every opportunity I get, so he obviously enjoys that side of things as well, which is good.
And how do you think that's impacted upon your life, both as a cricketer and more generally?
Well, it's given me a chance to see a lot of the world, which is, as they always say, travel broadens the mind. So that's been a great part of it, and just meeting a lot of cricket people. Obviously myself do a lot of work in cricket and so forth. So for me, it's been right up my alley. Meeting cricket people around the world and having all those sort of contacts. For me, for cricket playing wise, it helped out a lot with me representing the Sydney Thunder in BBL 3, just from some going okay in some of the tournaments, in the T20 tournaments in Dubai and so forth. So by doing that, opened some doors there as well. So it's had a pretty big impact, to be honest, in starting with them, even though they're small fish. But yeah, just the experiences and the opportunities have helped me out a lot.
You mentioned the Sydney Thunder and playing in the Big Bash League. That must have been a real highlight of your career to date. Yeah, I suppose it's been one of the top 3 highlights, I guess. It was really a great experience, and to be playing with them in that sort of organisation was great, and they were all great to me, just from coming up there, basically being offered a trial with them, going up there and just chancing my hand, and did okay and got the nod, and it was just great. Obviously taking the field with Huss and a few of the boys out there was good fun and a great experience, something I'll never forget. I'm sure you would have received a few well wishes from friends and family. Yeah, it all happened quite quickly. A couple of nights before my first game, I had to sort of call my father and sort of say, I'm actually up in Sydney at the moment. I know I haven't told you, but playing at the SCG on Saturday night. So yeah, a lot of that sort of stuff happened quite quickly, but that's all part of the deal, I guess. How did the approach from the Thunder come about originally? I was just played in the World Cup qualifiers in the T20 tournament for Italy, and we did quite well. I had a few good performances along the way, and the Sydney Thunder coach, Chandika Hadarasinghe, was I think they had a couple of spots left on their list due to injuries and so forth, and made the call through to me and asked me would I be up for going up just to play a few practice games with them. And sort of rolled in there and sitting alongside Alan Morgan and Chris Wokes, and think this is happening pretty quickly, and thought probably be there for 2 days and drive home and enjoy it while you can. But yeah, I did quite well in the practice games, and yeah, got the call before driving home to say, oh look, it's been a bit of a change of plans. You're sort of staying up here for the next 4 weeks or so. So yeah, and just to play in those games was a great opportunity and great thrill. You've been in the system, so to speak, for quite a while, having been at the academy as a younger guy, but then sort of, I guess, being a journeyman through grade cricket and playing overseas as well. This was perhaps an opportunity that you never thought would come. Yeah, well, as you say, you spend, a lot of us cricketers spend a lot of time out there, and people get opportunities for different reasons, so sometimes you do think maybe it's not going to happen for you and so forth, but I kept going, and obviously any opportunity I got I tried to take, as well as
I could and kept in the game. So to get an opportunity like that when I was 30, yeah, it was great. And as you say, it was great that I could contribute when I did play. So yeah, I think it all makes everything worthwhile to an extent. I know it might only be the T20 stuff, but still it makes all that journey along the way, all those hours of training and practice and playing with people around the world, it makes it all sort of definitely worthwhile.
And do you see there as being further opportunities for you in that space?
You've just got to, like anyone, you just keep playing, enjoying it. Obviously we go away for Italy again. If you keep hitting a few over the pickets, you never know. But yeah, I always keep, while I'm playing, you're always having a crack to go higher, I think. So, or do as best you can anyway. And from there, the rest of it sorts itself out. So, you just keep playing and enjoying it while I can. And
off the field, tell us about how you spend your time.
Well, I run the cricket program here at St Kevin's College. So we've run a program from year 7 to 12. That takes up a lot of my time when I'm back in the summers, along with playing, obviously, grade cricket for Geelong it was last year, but as you said, there's been a few along the way. But yeah, so that takes a lot of my time, and then I do some part-time teaching when I can fit that in as well as my cricket stuff, and then try and look after the couple of kids that I've got at home as well when I can make that possible. So that's all good.
And how old are your kids?
A 3-year-old, and it's my youngest one's birthday today, so she turns 1 today. So I better get home and make sure I do the right thing there later.
Before you shoot off overseas?
Yeah, correct. That's how they're used to that.
And you've always been a passionate cricket person. You came from a passionate playing father. Is it just something that you continue to find inspiration with? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I guess I love the game as well as a lot of people do. So you do find that inspiration from that, and just getting involved with it as any way you can, and obviously through the people I've met along the way and seen other people's journeys, you try and follow in those sort of footsteps as much as you can and try and make as much out of the game as you can. So I'm still trying to do that today, and we'll just keep going, I guess, and that sort of passion.
Being involved with the cricket setup at a school level, and also obviously being a veteran of club cricket, do you have aspirations to remain involved post-playing?
Yeah, definitely one of my post-playing days will definitely hopefully be involved in coaching in some capacity or in the cricketing circles of some type. So yeah, that's, I guess, what I'm trying to do now. We're coming towards, I guess, the end of your playing days. You're always trying to make sure that you keep the door open for once the playing finishes. So obviously there's a lot of opportunities around these days with cricket growing as big as it has and as fast as it has. So yeah, hopefully that's something that I'll be doing in the future, is being involved in cricket as much as I possibly can. You've
got as I suppose, a de facto father-in-law with a fair bit of cricket heritage himself.
Yeah, obviously Michael O'Sullivan, who's Mick, who's coached Victoria himself in the past. And I guess as a coach, you could call him a journeyman. As far as a coach goes, he's coached all across grade cricket, Footscray, Northcote, North Melbourne, at Fitzroy, Doncaster now. So yeah, he's obviously played a lot to do with me as well in the last sort of 10 years since I met my partner. So yeah, I've got quite a lot to do with the O'Sullivan family, as you'd say. And yeah, obviously being involved with them, I've a lot to do with cricket along the way.
Carl, it's been great having a chat to you. One of our newest members here at the ACA. All the best over representing Italy, and for the seasons ahead.
Thanks very much for that, Abe. Thanks for that.